News.
There are new documents to reveal why Goose Creek police fired a former officer just days before he was charged in a Somerville hit and run. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Raphael James.
And I'm Ann McGill. The South Carolina Highway Patrol arrested Devontae Rumpf back on June 30th. Now he's facing several charges, including giving false information to law enforcement, reckless driving, and hit and run with minor injuries.
Rumpf's arrest came after a June 13th crash that took place on Fairwinds Boulevard, which left the driver and passenger in the other vehicle injured.
Live 5's investigative reporter Emily Johnson joining us now with a deeper dive into this case. So Emily, what information did officials originally share with the public?
And Goose Creek officials previously confirmed that Devontae Rumpf was fired, but stated his termination was unrelated to the matter concerning the South Carolina Highway Patrol. Now we know why through documents that Live 5 investigates obtained. It details Rumpf was fired for 3 violations of Goose Creek police policy, including code of conduct, patrol function, and time reporting. The report states Rumpf clocked in and out while home during several occasions, which allocated, quote, unaccounted for city paid time. It also states that Rumpf failed to abide by policy because he was in the police department for an abundant amount of time. Rumpf was officially fired from the Goose Creek Police Department on June 18th, days after the Berkeley County crash. Although the internal investigation into complaints against Rumpf did not mention the hit and run at all or state that it factored into his firing. Now, training documents show that Rumpf has worked for multiple law enforcement agencies throughout his career in the state since that began in 2015. Now, we reached out to city officials with Goose Creek who say that they will not be commenting any further on the situation at the moment. Reporting at the First Alert Desk, I'm Emily Johnson.